Why being a nice guy is ruining your life. We all know that the devil hides in the dark. But what if he hides behind a smile? Behind kindness and generosity? Asterisk. The truth is, the most dangerous people aren't the ones who openly show their darkness, but the ones who hide it behind a good personality. And here's a harsh reality. 90% of men unknowingly fall into the nice guy trap. And maybe you're one of them too. But don't worry, today we'll expose the dark reality of being a nice guy and, most importantly, show you how to break free from it. Let's get started. Part 1. The need for validation. A nice guy appears to be a good person, but in reality, his kindness isn't pure, it's a transaction. He doesn't help just because he wants to. He helps because he expects something in return. Sometimes it's attention, sometimes acceptance, sometimes love. And when he doesn't get it, he silently builds up resentment, harbors hidden anger, or plays the victim. You've seen these types. Guys who try to win a girl over with gifts and sweet words, only to get angry when she chooses someone else. But a real man, he doesn't play this game. He helps only when he genuinely wants to, not because he craves validation. He doesn't try to please everyone, nor does he sacrifice himself for approval. Part 2. Hiding fear behind niceness. A nice guy doesn't just avoid conflict. He runs from it. He never speaks up, never stands his ground, and worst of all, he convinces himself that this is proof of his goodness. But the truth is, avoiding conflict doesn't mean you're good. It means you're weak. A real man, he doesn't seek fights, but if he has to face one, he doesn't back down in fear. He speaks the truth, even if it makes others uncomfortable. He stands firm in his beliefs, even when faced with opposition. And when challenges come, he faces them head-on. He doesn't run away. Part 3. Being too available. A nice guy is always available, always waiting, always hoping. And the worst part, always being used. He's the guy who waits for months, even years, hoping that the girl who rejected him will one day appreciate him. But the harsh truth is, she never will. Women don't respect men who worship them like goddesses. They see such men as fans, not as strong men. But a real man, he knows his worth. If a woman isn't interested, he moves on immediately. He doesn't beg, doesn't wait, and doesn't drown in despair. He just moves forward. Conclusion: take control if you feel like you're trapped in this cycle. Don't ignore it, because this is a real problem. And the first step to breaking free: self-awareness. Watch yourself. Notice when you're saying yes just to please others, when you're putting yourself last, and most importantly, when you want to say no. Don't say yes. Because if you don't learn this, life will crush you. And when you're exhausted, used up, and forgotten, no one will look back for you. But if you want to break free from being a nice guy and become a real man, hit the subscribe button, because every video here is another step toward making you better. Now, let's move forward.